Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will be able to easily log in using your Gmail ID. Once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this UI and there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and doubt section. On this application, you will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Our first segment is daily current affairs. We make sure to provide you current affairs on daily basis in both English as well as in Hindi content. The PDFs for the same are uploaded on our application, and apart from this, we also make sure to provide you with quizzes that will help you to revise the content after you have gone through the PDF. Next comes our weekly content. The content is also provided in both English as well as in Hindi, and here we also make sure to provide you quiz also of that past week's current affairs that will be enhancing your learning, as it is a compilation of the important topics, important MCQ questions for the last week. Similar for the monthly, the PDFs are very important. They provide you insights of various topics, as well as we also make sure to provide you the quiz of monthly questions that are very important for learning. Next, we also provide you with important PIB articles on daily basis so that you can go through these articles and have an insight about that particular topic. Not just this, we also make sure to provide you important events that are happening globally and make sure to give you the right analysis. One of the most important segment of our application is that we make sure to provide you with the correct exam analysis. When you are having exam, we make sure to provide you with previous year questions so that the student can go through the exam pattern and the syllabus and can prepare the exam accordingly based on the pattern. After the exam, we also make sure to provide you with the exam analysis. Then for the students who are preparing for state exams, they will be also beneficial here, as we will make sure to provide with state-wise current affairs for them. Apart from this, we also make sure to cover the topic-wise current affairs such as your national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, as these are the topics from which the examiner definitely asks the question, and these are covered on the monthly basis. So friends, do check our application. It will be a one-stop solution for learning. Apart from this, friends, CareersCloud is hiring. We are looking for candidates for subject matter experts in quants, reasoning and English, and also we are looking for a content creator for current affairs topic on daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis. There is also an opening for a person who can translate the English content into Hindi. If you want to apply, you can scan the code here for further details, or you can go to the description and click the link below. These positions are available both in full-time and freelance for serious candidates. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for 8th of March. Session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end, as you will be learning multiple things. Let's start. First, we are talking about national affairs. PM Modi inaugurated multiple development projects and programs worth 17,000 crore rupees in Madhya Pradesh. Right? 17,000 crore rupees. This was via video conferencing. That means it was through a virtual method, and during which he laid the foundation stone and dedicated multiple projects worth 17,000 crore rupees across Madhya Pradesh. These projects will include power, coal projects, road related projects, rail sector projects, water supply projects, right, and various other industry related projects. Then apart from this, he launched a cyber tehsil project. He launched a cyber tehsil project in Madhya Pradesh, and he also unveiled Vikram Aditya Vedic clock. Vikram Aditya Vedic clock. And where is this Vikram Aditya Vedic clock? It is in Ujjain. Right, so remember these two: Cyber Tehsil project in Madhya Pradesh and Vikram Aditya Vedic clock. It will be in Ujjain. If we talk about Madhya Pradesh, what is the capital of Madhya Pradesh? Bhopal. Who is the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh? Mohan Yadav. Who is the Governor of Madhya Pradesh? Mangubhai C. Patel. Moving on. Next is India's first green hydrogen plant in steel sector was inaugurated in which state? So remember, India's first green hydrogen plant in stainless steel sector was inaugurated in which state? It was inaugurated in Haryana. Right, we are talking about green hydrogen. Why this is important? Because there is no release of carbon into the atmosphere while burning. Water vapors are released on the, or is the water vapor is the final product on burning green hydrogen. Then coming back to this, will be this first green hydrogen plant will be where? In Hisar, Haryana, correct? And this hydrogen plant has been set up by GSL in association with Hygenco Green Energies Private Limited. So these are the two companies along which, or these are the two organizations which have set up this first green hydrogen plant in the stainless steel sector in Haryana. And GSL is your Jindal Stainless Steel. Jindal Stainless Steel Limited, that is in Hisar, Haryana. Correct? Take a note of this. Then apart from this, Haryana, if we talk about it, International Solar Alliance is the headquarter here of, or Gurugram, Haryana is the headquarter of International Solar Alliance. Project director here is Ajay Mathur. This was started in 2015 between India and France, and Malta became the latest country that has joined International Solar Alliance. Here you can see Union Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia, Minister of Steel, virtually inaugurated India's first green hydrogen plant in the stainless steel sector at Jindal Stainless Steel Limited, that is in Hisar, Haryana. Next is MOSPI, that is your Minister or Union Minister or your Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. They have signed a memorandum of understanding with which organization to facilitate urban frame survey and digital mode. Urban frame survey in digital mode. If we talk about this urban frame survey, first of all, what is this? This urban frame survey, this is conducted once in every 5 years, right? And it is to basically talk about the frame of compact urban geographical units, right? And this helps to define the clear-cut boundaries here, right? This UFS will provide a map, and in that map are drawn using the boundaries like of blocks, wards, towns on satellite pictures, right? So every 5 years this survey is done so that accurate data on the maps can be represented. So remember, it is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation that signed an MOU with which organization? So they signed an MOU with ISRO's arm, that is NRSC. NRSC stands for National Remote Sensing Center, right? And this comes under ISRO only, and they signed this MOU in order to facilitate urban frame survey in digital mode. And this survey is conducted once every 5 years, and it is to give accurate data about the boundaries, about the blocks, of the units, of towns, so that satellite data can be projected accurately, right? Next, here you can see the current urban frame survey for 2022 to 2027 is planned to conduct survey work in around 8,134 towns using improved and robust version of mobile, desktop and web-based geographical information system solutions built on Bhuvan platform. The previous UFS for 2017 to 22 was conducted for the first time in digital mode, and before that it was conducted manually. Next, if we talk about NRSC, where is the headquarter? It is in Hyderabad, Telangana, and who is the director here? Dr. Prakash Chauhan. Next, the first edition of Blue Talks meeting held in New Delhi was co-partnered by whom? So the first edition of Blue Talks meeting held in New Delhi was co-partnered by, see, first of all, remember this was the first edition of Blue Talks, right? This meeting was held in New Delhi, and the meeting was hosted by Ministry of Earth Science and was co-chaired by Embassy of France and Embassy of Costa Rica. So all of these together hosted this first edition of blue talks, right? Take a note of this. Then the matter of, or we can say the theme of this meeting was ocean health and governance. It was ocean health and governance. Correct? More than 50 participants took part in this particular exercise. Next is farmers enrollment in Fasal Bima scheme increased by how much? So in fiscal year 24, the farmers enrollment in Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana increased by 27%, right? And so far around 56.8 crore farmers have enrolled under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, and more than 23.22 crore farmers have received the claims for the same, right? So take a note of this. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, if we talk about it, this is a central sector scheme launched by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. It was launched in 2016, and this is the world's third largest insurance scheme in terms of the premiums, right? Next is government notified the rules framed under section 49M of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. So remember, the central government, in exercise of the power they conferred, and they have released a law stating that any individual or any family who wants to keep any wild animal in their home, so they must register now. If they are having an existing home, so they must register within the 6 months of these rules coming into effect, and after that within 30 days. I repeat, if they are having any living specimen of animal in their home, they must register within the 6 months after coming of this law, and after the coming of the law, for the time period will be reduced to just 30 days, and after that they have to register after every 30 or not they have to register after 30 days of owning a wild animal, correct? And you can see here, under this, anyone owning a live specimen of listed animal species must register within 6 months of the rules coming into effect, and thereafter within 30 days of acquiring such a specimen. And this will be using the Prevesh 2.0 portal for informing the State Chief Wildlife Warden. Next, which bank partnered with EaseMyTrip to launch co-branded travel credit card? So it is Punjab National Bank and EaseMyTrip, right? These are the two organization bank, correct? So they have partnered together to launch a co-branded travel credit card that will be named as PNB EMT credit card, correct? This is a co-branded travel credit card that will be very beneficial for travel, correct? And this card is available for an annual membership fee of 2000 rupees and can be globally accessed across 100 countries. If we talk about PNB, Atul Kumar Goyal is the chairman, is the managing director and CEO. Headquarters is in New Delhi. 1894 this was established. If we talk about EaseMyTrip, Nishant Pitti is the co-founder and CEO, and it was founded in 2008 and headquarters is in New Delhi. Next, here you can see PNB Bank and EaseMyTrip, they partnered together to launch this co-branded travel credit card, that is PNB EMT credit card. Next, which bank offers light saving account with lifetime zero balance future? Not future, feature. Right? So which is that bank? It is Bank of Baroda. They have launched a lifetime zero balance saving account that will be called Bob Light Saving Account, and this account will offer a lifetime free Rupee Platinum credit card or debit card for the customers who maintain a nominal quarterly average balance. Right here, the quarterly average balance will be for 300 rupees or 3000 rupees for metro or urban areas, 2000 rupees for semi-urban areas, and 1000 rupees for rural branches. Then if we talk about Bank of Baroda, who is the managing director and chief executive officer here? Devadatt Chand. Headquarter of Bank of Baroda is in Gujarat and it was established in 1908. If we talk about RBL Bank, Then remember RBL Bank MD and CEO is R. Subramaniam Kumar, headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. One thing you need to remember about RBL card is that RBL card has offered Go saving account with zero balance feature, right? So if asked about Go account, that is giving the zero balance feature, was launched by RBL Bank, right? And the account offers an interest rate of to 7.5% per annum for saving account and 8.1% on fixed deposits, and this is being given by RBL Bank. Next, FDI inflows declined to what amount in April to December 2023? So remember the FDI inflows. FDI is your, what is FDI? Foreign direct investment, right? So the amount of money that was invested by foreign individuals in India has declined to what amount? So it declined to $32 billion, and this India saw a drop of 13% in FDI from April to December month, right? Take a note of this. And this was basically lower investment in sectors such as computer hardware, software, telecom, auto parts, pharma, as per the government data. Then if we talk about the countries from which we are seeing a decline in the FDI inflows, such as Singapore, US, UK, UAE, and we have seen that the FDI amount that used to come from these countries have declined. Next, amount from this, the question cannot be asked, can also be asked in such a way that which is the state that is the state that has that has received the highest FDI inflow for the same period for April to December 2023. So that is Maharashtra state that received the highest inflow of FDI. Next is acquisition and mergers. CCI has cleared Ring plus Aqua's 59% stake buy in Miani Precision Products. I repeat, CCI granted the approval to Ring plus Aqua Limited proposed acquisition of 59.25% stake in Miani Precision Products Limited. Correct? Take a note of this. Next, Science and Tech. Indian Navy commissioned INS Jatayu. Right? This was commissioned at Minicoy. Second, remember, India's first MH-60R Seahawk helicopter. This was commissioned in Kochi. So two things, first INS Jatayu and second first MH-60R Seahawk helicopter, and this INS Jatayu was commissioned at Minicoy, right? And Minicoy, this is the island of Lakshadweep, and this MH-60R Seahawk, this was commissioned at Kochi, Kerala. We know that at Lakshadweep we are developing Lakshadweep, and after the clash between Indian and Mauritius government, we saw that we will be developing Lakshadweep now, and even we have seen that the distance between these two countries is increasing. Distance in means that the political governance between these two countries and the relation between these two countries are declining, and for security reasons only this step has been taken. Next, Indian Air Force C-17 aircraft successfully airdrops indigenously built platform. I repeat, Indian Air Force transport aircraft C-17 airdropped an extra long and heavy indigenously developed platform that can carry a maximum load of over 22 tons. This platform was developed by Aerial Delivery Research and Development Establishment, that is ARDRE. This is an arm of DRDO, and with this ability to carry multiple such platforms, the combat capabilities of C-17 aircraft will be further enhanced. So question can be asked, what is the name of the aircraft that is used for carrying airdrops, or what is the name of the transport aircraft that is used for carrying airdrops? So it is C-17 aircraft. This was developed by ADR. The platform or question can also be asked in such a way that the platforms that are airdropped using this transport aircraft C-17, those platforms were developed by whom? So they were developed by ADRDE, and this is an research and development arm of DRDO. Right? Next Next is related to sports. Red Bull's Max Verstappen has won the opening F1 Bahrain Grand Prix 2024. Direct question, who won the Bahrain Grand Prix 2024? It was won by Max Verstappen and he drives for Red Bull. Right? Take a note of it. Then on first position, Max Verstappen. Second, Sergio Perez. And third was Carlos Sainz. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez, they both drives for Red Bull, and Carlos Sainz, he drives for Ferrari. Next is related to important days. Jan Aushadhi Divas. This day is observed on 7th of March. Jan Aushadhi Divas or Generic Medicine Day, observed annually on 7th of March to create awareness about the importance of generic medicines and to highlight the benefits of Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. Then 7th of March marks the observance of the 6th Jan Aushadhi Divas. That means this year in 2024, it was the 6th edition of the Jan Aushadhi Divas. Then the first ever Jan Aushadhi Divas was observed on 7th of March in 2019. Next is related to state news. Brajesh Mehrotra appointed as the Chief Secretary of Bihar. We did this question few days back, right? Government of Bihar appointed Brajesh Mehrotra, a 1989 batch IAS officer, as the Chief Secretary of Bihar with effect from 4th of March 2024. Mehrotra will succeed whom? Brajesh Mehrotra will succeed Amir Subhani, a 1987 batch IAS officer who voluntarily retired from the post. So coming back, Brajesh Mehrotra will be appointed as has been appointed as the Chief Secretary of Bihar. So friends, these are your important current affairs for the day. Now let's go for a quick one-liner revision. PM Modi inaugurated multiple projects worth 17,000 crore rupees in Madhya Pradesh. Then Union Minister Sindhya inaugurated India's first green hydrogen plant in the stainless steel sector, that will be in Hisar, Haryana. Then Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation signed an MOU with NRSC, that is an arm of ISRO, to facilitate urban frame survey in digital mode. And this urban frame survey is held every 5 years, and it is to give basically the outlines or the border maps for the maps that can be given the accurate outlines data for blocks, districts, right? Then Minister of Environment State Dr. M. Ravindran co-chairs the first Blue Talks in New Delhi. Farmers' enrollment under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana has increased by 27% in fiscal year 24. Then government has notified the rules framed under the section 49M of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 that any individual who wants to keep or who is having any wild animal in their possession, then they need to declare that within the 6 months after the launch of this law, and further that it will be given 30 days to register them on the website. Then PNB and EaseMyTrip, they have partnered to launch co-branded travel credit card, that is PNB EMT credit card. Bank of Baroda, they have offered light saving accounts with lifetime zero balance feature. Next is FDI inflows declined 13% to $32 billion in April to December. CCI clears Ring Plus Aqua's 59% stake buy in Miani Precision Products. Indian Navy commissions INS Jatayu at Minicoy Island, that is at Lakshadweep, and India's first MH-60R Seahawk helicopter squadron will be commissioned in Kochi, Kerala. Then Indian Air Force transport aircraft, that is C-17, it has successfully airdropped indigenously built platform. Then Red Bull's Max Verstappen secured the top position or has won the Bahrain Grand Prix 2024. 6th edition of Jan Aushadhi Divas observed on 7th of March. Brajesh Mehrotra appointed as the Chief Secretary of Bihar. These are the important current affairs for the day, friends. Now let's move to some revision part that will be beneficial for your learning. When did BEE, that is Bureau of Energy Efficiency, celebrated their 22nd Foundation Day? So remember, this Bureau of Energy Efficiency, this comes under the Ministry of Power, and they celebrated their 22nd Foundation Day on 1st of March. Important question, take a note of this. Correct? And this was under a theme. Let me show you the theme here. It is Energy Transition through Electrification and Decarbonization in India. This is the theme that you need to remember for this 22nd edition of the Foundation Day that was observed, correct, on 1st of March. The main event celebration of 22nd Foundation Day was held where? In New Delhi. Project ODISERV. This was launched by Dharmendra Pradhan in which state? See, Dharmendra Pradhan is our Union Minister of Education and Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. And he recently launched this project ODISERV. As the name suggests, ODISERV. This is of Odisha. And this project is basically to provide skills training to individuals so that they can become job ready. This project ODISERV is an inaugural skill development initiative that was launched by NSDC, that is National Skill Development Corporation, and this was along with Bajaj Finserv. This is important. Bajaj Finserv. Now the question can be asked in such a way that this project ODISERV, this was launched by which state? Launched by Odisha. It was, if the name of person is asked, it was launched by Dharmendra Pradhan. Then if it is asked the name of the organization, it is NSDC, that is National Skill Development Corporation, along with Bajaj Finserv. They together launched this. Right? Take a note of this. And as I just mentioned, that is to provide skills to the graduates, to the youth, so that they can become job ready. And this skill training program will be of a 100-hour long comprehensive training program. This was launched specifically for Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Next, if I ask you, tell me recently which is the state that has topped in the selling of vehicles. For the selling of vehicles, it is Uttar Pradesh. Then Puppet Festival was held where? Puppet Festival was held in New Delhi, and this was the 11th edition of this Puppet Festival that was held recently. Next, tell me Divya Kala Mela. Divya Kala Mela. Where was this held? This was held, Divya Kala Mela was inaugurated where? It was inaugurated in Agartala. Agartala, Tripura. Right? Then recently, which state has launched? Dhami Against Drug campaign. Dhami Against Drug campaign. Pushkar Singh Dhami is the Chief Minister of which state? He is of Uttarakhand. So this Dhami Against Drug campaign was launched by Uttarakhand. Next, here you can see if we talk about ODISERV. Here ODISERV utilizes Bajaj Finserv certificate program for banking and insurance program to transmit knowledge and skills to graduate, especially the first generation graduates. And here a 100-hour long training comprehensive course will be provided to the youth. Next, remember 10 products from 8 states recently got the GI tag. Let me show you those products. Here you can see from Assam 2 products, from Gujarat 2 products, and rest are 1 each. So these are the 10 products that recently got the GI tag. Just pause the video and go through these products right now. Correct? Next, if I ask you, tell me which was the first city to have country's first conservation center for Gangotri cows. For Gangotri cows, country's first conservation center was launched. Where was this launched? This was launched in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Correct? In Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Then, in order to tackle flood and erosion on the banks of Brahmaputra river, which organization provided a loan of $200 million? So it was Asian Development Bank that provided a loan of $200 million to India for flood and erosion protection on the Brahmaputra river. Where will be new AIMS built? In Jammu and Kashmir. So in Vijaypur district of Samba, remember here, new AIMS will be built, and recently PM Narendra Modi inaugurated, dedicated and laid the foundations of worth more than 32,000 crore rupees of projects in Jammu and Kashmir, and among them he inaugurated this AIMS Vijaypur in Jammu and Kashmir. Next, which organization approved $452 million loan to boost connectivity in Assam state? It is World Bank. World Bank has approved $452 million loan agreement, and it was loan to enhance to boost the connectivity in the Assam state. And we have seen Assam state is the state that is the first state of Northeast India where first semiconductor manufacturing facility will be set up. Right? Here we can see that World Bank, they approved new project worth $452 million to improve the connectivity of over 1.8 million people living in rural areas of Assam. This Assam Resilient Rural Bridge Program will strengthen the resilience and management of roads and bridges to help people living in 1739 villages. Right? Apart from this, friends, if I ask you, tell me Kaji Nimu. Kaji Nimu. This is the state fruit of which state? Kaji Nimu. This is of Assam. State fruit of Assam. Right? Then, apart from this, which organization has commissioned 14 megawatt of Ayodhya solar project? Ayodhya solar project. So, which is the state that have approved 14 megawatt? It is NTPC. Next, which organization joined hands with UNSIED to support education of children in the state of Uttar Pradesh? It is REC, Rural Electrification Corporation Limited, under their corporate social responsibility arm, right? They have partnered with Unit of Science and Educational Development, that is UNISED, Unit of Science and Educational Department or Education Development, that is UNISED. So these two organizations partnered together to approximately help or to support the education of more than 75,500 students in Siddhartha Nagar district of UP. In Siddhartha Nagar district of Uttar Pradesh. Correct? And REC committed a financial support of 9.91 crore rupees to support the education in the Siddhartha Nagar district of UP for 75,500 children. If we talk about REC, who is the chairman and managing director? Vivek Kumar Devangan. Headquarters is in New Delhi and it was established in 1969. Next is ECI, Election Commission of India. They signed an MOU with which organization for electoral awareness ahead of Lok Sabha polls? So Election Commission of India, they signed a memorandum of understanding with IBA, that is Indian Banks Association, and Department of Post, that is DOP, that comes under the Ministry of Communication. And the aim of this MOU between ECI, IBA and Department of Post is to basically enhance the voter awareness, correct? To create voter awareness, right? Electoral awareness, to tell people about the elections, right? That how elections are conducted, what are their rights, how they should vote, what are the criteria they should look into a political party before voting, correct? So that is the reason to create this electoral awareness. Election Commission of India, Indian Banks Association and Department of Post, these together they signed an MOU to create electoral awareness. If we talk about IBA, Indian Banks Association, who is the chief executive here? Sunil Mehta, and the headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Moody's revised India's GDP growth rate for fiscal year 24 or for this current year 2024 to be dash. So India will be growing as per Moody by 6.8%. Earlier they projected it to be 6.1%, but now they have increased their GDP forecast to 6.8% after the result of the third quarter GDP of fiscal year 24, that was 8.4% for India. Right? India is growing heavily in manufacturing sector, not just in manufacturing sector but also in the infrastructure sector also. Right? And remember, the inflation in January, it has dropped to 5.1%, that was 5.7% in the month of December. Next is NGEL and UP Rajya Vidut. They have partnered to develop renewable energy projects in which state? So remember NGEL, that is NTPC, Green Energy Limited, right? They partnered with UP Rajya Vidut and this was a joint venture agreement and it was for the development of renewable parks and projects in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Next is Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways partnered with which organization or institute to set up India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair? So remember, India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair will be set up in IIM Shillong. And remember, this will be to cater the multimodal logistics sector, right? To basically grow and update or basically enhance your multimodal logistics sector, especially in the northeastern region. So this India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair will be set up in Shillong, Meghalaya, in IIM Shillong, and for which Ministry of Port Shipping and Waterways partnered with IIM Shillong. Correct? Then this chair will also aim to promote collaboration with global exports and support multimodal logistic research activities. What is the rank of India in World Bank's Women Business and Law 2024 Index? I repeat, in WBL 2024 Index, that is Women Business and Law 2024 Index. This is the 10th edition of this index, correct? And this was released by World Bank Group. It was released by World Bank Group. Question asked to you here is, what is the rank of India in this particular index? So India stood at 113th position out of 190 countries in this index. Correct? And remember, the index shows that Indian women enjoy 60% of the legal rights that are granted to women, which is lower than the global average of 64.2%. Then if we talk about World Bank Group, and we saw who is the president of World Bank, Ajay Banga, headquarters in Washington DC, and 1994 this was established. What is the name of the first ever made in India ASTDS tug? ASTDS, what is this ASTDS? Approved Standardized Tug Design and Specification Tug, right? This was recently, it is the first ever made in India ASTDS tug that was launched at Paradip Port, that is in Odisha, right? And remember, Sarbandana Sonowal has virtually inaugurated this Ocean Grace, right? The name here is Ocean Grace of this first ever made in India ASTDS tug, right? This was developed by Cochin Shipyard Limited, and it was built with a cost of 45 crore rupees, not 45,000, just 45 crore rupees. Next is our homework section. First, where was the India's first underwater metro service inaugurated? Second, KE Penyor, which was seen in the news, became the 26th district of which state? Third, Indira Gandhi Pyari Behenna Sukh Samman Nidhi Yojana, recently seen in news, is launched by which state? Fourth, what is Cycas circinalis, this seen in news recently? And fifth, what is the theme of the National Horticulture Fair that was held in 2024? So these are your 5 homework question, friends, and I need to see maximum participation from all the students watching this video. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.